Okay, hey again, people. Today I have the privilege, really, of picking a silver dragon. Who can resist a silver dragon? Who can resist any dragon? Actually, it's a repick of this dragon. I did pick it yesterday, but when I went back and reviewed the footage, half of it was out of focus. I really wasn't paying attention to the viewfinder because I was just engaged in the fun of the lock. And while temptation is to go with the first pick, the lock deserves better. So, full disclosure, I am picking this lock again, and with a bit of luck, I can keep things in focus and you can get a better look at things. So, enough waffle. Let's throw this puppy in the vise and do some picking. Okay, let's do some picking if we can with this lock. Going to go with very light tension. I'm going to use this pick here. Some sparrows. Straight to the back of the lock, I guess. A little bit of a click there, and I think I feel a bit of a shift in the core, so. Oh. Stick with that. I can feel my tension increasing, so I'm going to try and loosen that up a little bit. Got another bit of a shift in the core there on what was possibly pin 3. Whoa, that was pin 2. I just messed with there. Got the full set back, hooray. A little bit more shift in the core. Probably making a mistake or two, or several here. Bit of a false setback again. Just ease the tension right off there for a second. Try and maintain the tension I've got at the moment because it feels okay. Oh, they are. We're open. All right. Sweet. That was a pleasant little surprise. Oh dear. It's one of those weird things where, excuse me, a little bit of doubt starts creeping in, and then you're sort of trying to dispel the doubt and move ahead, and miraculously, yeah, you make the right decision even here and there. Cool. That was kind of cool. Really was thinking I was kind of, I don't know, it's one of those things. Sometimes you're never really sure that you're making the right decisions. You're fairly sure that some of them are good. You just kind of need to do your best to stay calm and just keep on picking, really. Let's see if I can reset up again and get a slightly better and cleaner view. Hold on a second. Okay, hopefully that's clear. And that being the case, we'll have a little bit of a run through the pins. So in terms of key pins, we have a standard driver pin in both 1 and 3. In 2 and 5, we have these nifty little, I guess you call them T-pins, upside down T-pins, or T-pin key pins, as I've heard them described as before. In 4, we have a cool looking serrated key pin. Upstairs, gets a little bit more interesting, to say the least. In 5 and 2, we have some very nicely crafted serrated spill pins. In 4, we have this very cool serrated pin. And a piece de resistance in 3 and 1, the dragon's teeth. Well, that's the kind of way I look at it. They could be dragon scales even. But they're very nifty looking things. Probably the last thing you'd expect to find in the lock, but they're very cool. And upstairs, as you can see, we have a rather wide variety of spring sizes. We have a very tiny one here in 3. Ones in 2 and 4 look much the same. We have a longer one in 5, and the second shortest spring in the set is in position number 1. So in terms of the plug, it's had some very cool and interesting work. We have serrations there in chamber 3. If you can see that, I'm not too sure, but I hope you can. 5 looks normal, 2 looks normal, and as you can see in chambers 1 and 3, they're somewhat substantially increased in diameter. Obviously that's being done to accommodate these rather giant sized driver pins, which is very cool. I can't see any serrations in there. It looks like a little bit of a line there. You can see in 1. So I'm not sure if that's a little, kind of like a little bit of countermilling kind of thing. But I'll take some photographs of this so you can get a better look. Upstairs, if I can get a view of this for you. If not, again, I'll have to rely on taking some photographs to try and show this detail. But it's threading in 2, and there's threading there in 5. 4 looks normal, and it looks like we have enlarged size chambers in 1 and 3 again to accommodate for the those rather interesting and funky pins. So there we have it, a very cool lock, man. And like I think I said before, I mean, who can resist a dragon, really? So guess it's down to me to say thanks to Red Eye for sending the lock across for me to have a pick at, and thanks especially to Pick-Me for putting this wild and savage creation together. The man has some imagination, I tell you. I mean, how many people would think about doing that? That's pretty damn cool. So, alright people, I'll leave it there. I'll say peace and respect and wish you all the very best. And I'll catch up with you again on another pick. Bye for now. Take care.